welcome to Infocision Stadium in Akron, Ohio. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Ohio Bobcats and the Akron Zips. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with Coach Hauser before the game. He understands coming off that emotional upset win against the #1 team in the country last week could add a lot of fuel to their fire, but he does not want them focused on that. If they're focused on what they did last week, they won't be locked in and do their job this week. Worry about yourself is the advice that this team got from their head coach this week. Reese?
All right, Holly. The Zips will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Ohio's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Hey, put the brakes on it.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Here
we go. Ready? 1, ready, go. Go.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Blasted as he lets it go. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Searching for space. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. So Akron's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes the always effective Marcel Williams. He's gritty, great attention to detail, solid hands. He'll have to be accounted for in this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power forward. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
Might as well run him again. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Play action on 1st down. Gets rid of it.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He's changing the play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Off play action on first down. Makes the grab. It's Pugh. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Got it back on second and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback changing the play. Back to pass on second down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Stepping to the right. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
From the gun, it's Patrick. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Mason. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Mason. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Ohio is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. if we might have a change in the weather here to start the second quarter. Let's check in with Holly.
Well, guys, as I mentioned, early in that first quarter, there was some rain. But the bad news, it is getting very heavy right now. Players are starting to rush and grab their jackets, trying to get towels to dry off the ball. Things are starting to get a little bit crazy down here on the sideline as the rain is really coming down. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. Got the first down. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. And the Zips with the 1st and 10. They go to the counter. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4. Down to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it back to him. Finding some room. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Zips have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Akron. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was paid him.
No issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket. He comes away with a sack.
The Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it. Oh, what a move. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Under pressure. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And the Bobcats will call on their punt team.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Sells to run, looking to pass. Pulls it in. It's Hodges. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
Nice job by the quarterback and the receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Here comes the heat. Turning it on. Hits the slide, got the 1st down with his feet. They'll go hurry up here.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job.
And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he puts through the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. The Zips ready to go on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Changing the routes with his receivers. Wants to throw on 1st. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Catch in the middle, it's Mason. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just gets rid of that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. Sweet cut there. Breaks into the open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Zips have it with a 1st and 10. Hits the hole, it's Gant. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Left side is Coleman Williams. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a 1st down.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job.
Going for it all. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Making the adjustment on the play.
Booster!
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's going to run it. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. The Zips are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Zips. A great catch in the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So a drive there of 84 yards, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll run it on the counter. Plows through the defense. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Oh, pressure's coming. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
As for our game here in Akron, and talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best 1st half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at InfoCision Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Akron offense ready to set up shop. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Second down, going to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Plows his way ahead. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Looking for the marker.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Drops back on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mason. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. And the Zips are rolling down the field. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after this. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look.
Here we go, ready. 22, 22.
Direct snap. It's Lacey. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Needs it here on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Handoff to the lone back. Picked up maybe. On the play at 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
They boot it away. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. This quarterback part of their running game.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Running inside. It's Gant. Swamped immediately.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They'll run the screen. There he goes. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Hauls it in. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
Straight ahead, it's Patrick. Powers through the defender. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Caught by Williams on the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Zips go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here, it would be a 60-yard attempt. The run inside. It's Gant. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short. The offense has plenty of time in this final period. They'll try to break this tie. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Finds a seam. He's at the touchdown Bobcats. They move on top here in the 4th.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a... receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
On the snap, it's Lacey. Down he goes.
And the D does it again. I feel like it's a repeat. We could play that over and over today. They've had a great game against the pass, against the run, limiting the big plays, and they do it again. Just watch them where they're supposed to be. They're physical. They don't give up a lot of tackles, a lot of yards after the tackle. Just a great performance by this D.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Bobcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Right back to the well. Oh, what a cut! Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Now on 2nd down. And they'll take a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation.